So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the greatest watch market update show. In this show, what these Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market channels and dealers won't dare to tell you, we are going to always tell you the truth in this channel. All right, guys, we also want to, I want to start telling you guys when I start the show that don't forget to give us a like, give us a thumbs up, whatever, give us a subscriber, whatever you guys want to help this channel with, so it can continue growing up and we can continue giving you live content, because if we don't get that kind of action in return, we just might as well not give you no more live content. But we do want to give you live content because we have a lot of things that we want to express to you guys and talk to you guys about. We really do. So don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, or again, if you feel like subscribing and you want to continue watching these live streams, then you may do so. I feel like I'm getting out of character to tell you all this, but I just want to let you guys know. All right, guys, your help is really, really appreciated in this organic watch channel. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show. And the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is I spoke to you guys a couple of days ago about when you purchase your Rolex watch from your Rolex AD, that should be a complete full kit. A full kit. It should bring all the bells and whistles. And after I did that video, I had a mashigana. First of all, I want you guys to know that mashigana is not a bad word. It's a Yiddish. It's Hebrew. For being crazy, for being silly, for being a dodo bird, whatever you guys want to call it, but it's not a bad word. I just want to clear that with you guys, because some of you out there maybe believe that I'm using a bad word, and it's not. It's just saying to you silly or crazy. Okay, guys? So I had this mashigana that he left me a message, and on the message that he told me was that he didn't see any difference, with that white card. And I believe that maybe he didn't hear my video, what I was telling him. The white tag, it'll tell you, the serial number, the reference number, and most of all, the most important thing, which I said, the most important thing is, what color dial was that watch born with, Mashigana, are you hearing me? What color dial was that Rolex born with? That's why that white tag is so important. It'll tell you, that watch, that Daytona was born with a John Mayer green dial. You understand me now? Obviously, you didn't listen to what I said in the video, so you're one of those people that are skip hopping around through life like a rabbit, because you just want to say, I don't understand. I don't see the big thing, the big hoopla about the white tag. Well, now you know what it is. It tells you that your watch was born with a blue dial. It tells you that your watch was born with a purple dial, with an orange dial. You understand me? You understand me, Michigan? All right. So I just wanted to clear that with you guys. With especially that gentleman that left me the message, like, So I just want to let you guys know one more time what is, so important about the Rolex white hanging tag, okay? So you guys know what's going on. Guys, I got something, today I have so many things that I would like to talk to you, but, I think I can give you just, the most I can give you is an hour and 15 minutes, 45 minutes. I can't do those live streams for 4 hours, 3 hours. I just can't. But I have so much material that I can drop on you guys that is crazy. And, one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about is something that I've known. Listen and learn, guys. Listen and learn. That I've known for the last, I don't know, the last 8 days, something to that. But I was waiting to see if one of your favorite Muppet Boiler Rooms will tell you about what I'm going to tell you. But none of them will dare to tell you this because, we are the only channel that's dropping the truth and knowledge of what's happening out there, and it's mind boggling that these people just want to just push sales on you guys, so you guys continue getting flim flam and fleece, but they won't tell you this, what I'm going to tell you. And it's something very important. So you should really pay attention to what I'm going to say. This is really, really, really important, guys. I've told you for the last couple of years that a lot of parts of luxury watches come from that side of the world, over there, from China. And some of you have a lot of trouble believing that, and that's fine. That's fine. But I think I've been the one that dared myself to tell you this. I dared myself to tell you all this. We're gonna try something different here today too. I'm gonna try to do this show. Basically, I told Sweet Kid Kino that I'm gonna take a little charge on doing, my show my way to see how it fits you guys out there. And, he wants me to do it. So I'm going to do it my way, I'm going to do the show me. He's the owner of the channel. He's the owner. He's my manager. But I told him I'm going to try to do this on my own today. So I'm going to do it on my own. And I've told you that, a lot of those parts of those luxury watches come from over there, from China. But people get mad and get, feisty and, but I was the first one that dared to tell all of you out there that all these somehow, some way, I don't know what it is, a spring, a screw, flip lock, whatever you want to call it, it comes from that side of town. And you guys were all bent out of shape and you became, very delicate with that subject. But that's fine. 8 days ago, Rolex, Rolex Watch USA. Listen and learn. Listen and learn. And I'm going to take my sweet time to tell you all this. Listen and learn. So Rolex Watch USA, they were kind of bitter with the situation of what's happening with China. They were bitter. They were mad. So, with the whole China thing, they were upset. So Rolex has filed, listen and learn, Rolex Watch USA has filed, you're not going to believe this, a federal lawsuit accusing several watch resellers of the United States. Resellers, Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market dealers, Oh, this is an example, the war is fat bastard, Deputy Boxing Black Eyes, Big Pun and Heavy D, the two Jehovah Witness brothers. You understand me? Are you guys following me? The Hungry Hippo Mr. Magoo. This is all an example so you understand what Rolex Watch USA is doing, And you guys continue to hop around like rabbits because you guys don't want to know the truth. Because the truth sometimes hurts. The deeper it hurts, So, as you know, they have filed a federal lawsuit accusing several watch resellers of selling counterfeit watches, altered watches with parts, springs, screws, all that. It's crazy what's going on. And you guys continue to hear these people out because they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth. But we will. Me and Sweet Kid Kino, to me, Joaquin to you, will tell you the truth. because we're stupid like that. That's right. We're stupid. We're stupid. And that's fine. They make fun of us. They make fun of us because they say, what are those guys doing? Giving these people all this magical information. What do they get in return? You know what we say we get in return? We get this, is what we get. We get this deep, real deep. We get it real deep. But we don't care because we're stupid like that. We come to drop knowledge in this channel. Now, watch this. You see right now I'm giving you this live stream. I'm not going to call it a podcast. I'm going to call it a live stream because that's what you want to hear. Now the rest, when they see this live stream, will copy us, will take our blueprints and use it for their content. But you're going to hear here first. First, you're going to digest all this. You're going to dissect all this because we're stupid like that. And we like to be stupid like that, you know? So the complaint is trademarks, you know, claims of design, you know, Rolex, trademark. Unbelievable, these people, what they're going after. You know, they're very mad. They're very, very mad. And they're these dealers from USA, from the United States. You got a dealer from over there from Texas that he's specializing on dials. You know, the dials, the green dial. I have always told you, and I'm going to keep on telling you this until you get it through your head. The most important thing a Rolex watch has when it's a real high watch, repeat after me, it is the dial. The dial. To that machiner that was asking me that he didn't know what was the big hoopla about the white hanging tag. Well, now you know what it is for. It's because of the dial. That'll tell you that that watch was born with a green dial, with a blue dial. The white hanging tag, ladies and gentlemen. That, you know, hanging tag. ¿Cómo se llama la pendeja esa aquí, no? Lo que está colgado en el reloj, que se lo quitan allá, el AD se lo quita. You know, the AD takes it away from you guys, you know? Because they want to hold on to it, because they say it's for stock purposes, you know, inventory, all that hoopla, you know? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something that you guys need to really understand. Because, like I said again, you guys are just skip hopping around too much like rabbits, you know? Like rabbits. Don't forget that that dial is important. So we have a gentleman from USA over there from Dallas, you know, from Texas. He specializes in dials. He specializes in bezels and all that good stuff, you know, and they're making a big investigation on this, you know, because, you know, Rolex USA is mad because they're known now as the watch that makes their watches in China. So they're making this big, you know, big sue, a federal sue. It's unbelievable. But none of these Muppet boiler rooms won't dare to tell you because they won't. It's not to their, it's not to their convenience to tell you this. But I will, because I'm not selling your watch. I'm not buying your watch. I'm just dropping knowledge. That's all. And what happens is these people, these dealers out of the United States of America, you know, La Yuma, USA, they're using second and third parties to move those counterfeit Rolex watches. Listen and learn, puñeta. Listen and learn, puñeta. You know, I'm not going to tell you what puñeta is. I'm not going to tell you. You Google it, because I'm not going to tell you. So these people are using second and third parties, and you say, but how? What do you mean that they're using? Well, they're using, this is all an example. You use your own judgment. They're using like Instagram to promote their counterfeit watches. They're using Facebook, an example. This is all an example. You use your own judgment. They're using Facebook. They're using eBay. They're using Chrono, all that good stuff to push all those counterfeit watches. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most powerful tools out there, like I told you this 2 weeks ago, I'm going to tell you again. It is that tool which is called TikTok. And this is where all these dirty scoundrels hide to give you this, to give it to you deep. And they're smart. But me and Sweet Kid Kino are smarter because we know it all. These people, where they push those watches with Frankenstein parts, with real parts, mix and match. Mix and match? Like when you design a flooring in your house, a marble flooring, you design it with the couch, with the paint of the walls, mix and match. They have a real good third party, and it's on cruise ships, right? Cruise ships. They sell those watches, used. Watches over there. They all use. All of them are used. They're all saying Rolex, Rolex this, Rolex that, but they're all used watches, and they're being pushed in those cruise ships. We're not going to use no names here about those cruise ships. We're just using the word cruise ship, right? You follow me? Perfect. And then you have another third party. We have, like, these are all examples. Wake up, people. I cannot continue doing this. Wake up. They use other platforms. Like I said again, they'll use Walmart. Walmart? Have you ever seen Walmart? Walmart, unbelievable. I don't know if you know this, but Walmart, I'm telling you, I would say like 95% of all the products, they come from China. If you didn't know that, now you know it. We told you this. Walmart. And you might find in Walmart, you might find Rolex watches. I bet you guys didn't know that. Or maybe you did know about it. Another platform they use to push their watches, an example, overstock.com. Overstock. You can never, it's incredible. These people, son brillantes. These people are brilliant. But me and Sweet Kid Kino are more brilliant because we bring you this knowledge, because we're stupid like that. We're stupid like that. So they use those third parties, second parties to push their counterfeit Rolex watches, because you guys are a bunch of dodo birds, You guys are a bunch of window lickers. You guys don't listen. And this is why you get this deep and deeper. It's getting deeper now. Listen and learn and write it down. So then they use somebody like, an example, Amazon, to push those watches, right? So you already have Walmart as an example. You have Amazon. You have eBay. You have Chrono, right? You have all this stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to me. I got so much material to lay on you guys that it's unbelievable. But it's not even worth it because you guys are popping around through life like rabbits, And then you go away to these Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market channels and dealers, and you give them super thanks. Thanks for what? Thanks. You should be giving me a thank. We should be having already 25, 35 likes up there. That's what we should be having up there. But no. You're too ashamed. You're too ashamed to do that. But you're not ashamed to go over there to give the hungry hippo Mr. Magoo a super thanks, or Deputy Boxing Black Eyes, or the Warriors Fat Bastard selling all those tickets that he sells. That's fine. That's fine. We'll keep on getting this. And we don't care. We're going to keep on dropping it. We're the #1 watch channel in the world. We've been chosen by no other than Fudinki. #1. #1. Sweet Kid Kino, hold me back. Because today I'm serious, I'm estoy bravo hoy. Let me get some of my, jungle juice. This is some jungle juice that I drink. You prepare real well today. Unbelievable. Jungle Juice by Sweet Kid Kino. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have all these places, these platforms that these people are using third parties to sell their counterfeit watches. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I'm sure out of those 28 organic watch channel subscribers, they know, somebody there knows what I'm talking about. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Or maybe somebody even purchased something like that. But I'm going to go deeper. The store, this is for real now. The store Neiman Marcus? Even Neiman Marcus has you know, those second and third party watches, you know, on their shelves, selling them, you know. And you're there buying those watches because you hear that name and that name is powerful. It's like music to your ears. You think these people are never going to burn you, but these watches are being sent all over the place, ladies and gentlemen, to get you taken, to get your children's tuition money, to get your 401k. You understand me? Listen and learn, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting heavy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, most of those Muppet boy, I'm going to dare myself to tell you this. Most of those Muppet boiler room secondary gray watch market channels and dealers who you guys worship are giving you this with Frankenstein parts. That's right, with Frankenstein parts. I'm gonna dare myself to tell you that Rolex is right what they're saying. Rolex, Watch USA, they're suing a bunch of people. I'm not gonna tell you their names. I know their names. I know who they all are, but I'm not gonna tell you. I do enough for free of giving you all this knowledge, all this information. And like I said again, and then you go over there and you go dancing with them, doing the cha-cha-cha, you know, doing the chicky boom boom. And what did me and Sweet Kino get? El dedo en el botón. But we don't care. We're going to continue dropping this knowledge. So you know already, they even make it to Neiman Marcus. They even make it to Saks Fifth Avenue with those watches. These people are brilliant, man. These people in USA are so good that they can take your socks off without taking off your shoes. You understand me? We have them here too. We have specialists here in the USA that they will take off your socks off without taking off your shoes. That's right. And they blow on your socks, on your feet, while they pull your socks off. You don't even feel it when they do it to you. This is how good they are. And I'm telling you, this is big time trouble for a lot of Muppet boiler room secondary gray watch market dealers. This is big. Not one person dared to tell you this. Not one person. You know what they're going to talk to you about? They're going to be talking to you about selling straps, you know, selling this strap, selling this dial, selling this watch, selling a ticket, you know? You understand me? And you guys are all going crazy because you're going to go and buy some tickets from the two toddler body brothers, you know? You're going to go buy tickets from the toddler body brothers while they're giving you this beat, you know? I don't understand you people. I don't understand that this is written right there so you can see it. But you guys are skip hopping around through life like rabbits. Like rabbits. While this is going on. And this is big, ladies and gentlemen. Rolex is very, very upset. You know, they're being known as the Rolex China watch. And now they're mad, and they're going to go after all these Muppet boiler room secondary gray watch market dealers. Like, they're going to go after all of them. They're selling dials. You know, they even say in the report that I saw that these people are making perfect dials. Have you ever heard that before? You heard it from me. I told you they're making perfect. Rolex Watch USA is saying that these people are making perfect watch dials. Perfect. And you guys are still skip hopping around through life like rabbits. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, buying from a gray watch market is very harmful to your health. Very harmful to your health. Because when you find out that your watch has this, is not for real, that's not for real, this, that is a Frankie Avalon. You know Frankie Avalon, the singer? You know, you have a Frankie Avalon. We're not going to call him no more Frankenstein in this channel. We're going to call it Frankie Avalon. You know, you have a Frankie Avalon because it has actual parts. They're for real from Rolex. And you have China parts. And Rolex ain't going to take it no more. You know, Rolex is mad as hell. And they ain't going to take it no more. Remember, Rolex right now is known as the China watch. China watch. And they're going after all these flim flammers. And that company that I'm telling you over there from the Lone Star State, they're specialists. They've been around for over 35 years. But you know why Rolex decided to do what they're doing now of making a federal lawsuit? Because of the China situation. But they never did that some years ago. They know about that company for years, but they never did nothing about it. Pero cuando le hicieron así que le metieron el dedo en el joyete, gritaron. But when they put the finger deep, they screamed. And they said, we got to do something about this. We got to do something about this because they're killing us. They're killing us. Unbelievable. 14 thumbs up, 40 organic subscribers. That count of thumbs up should be blowing up. Pero son tan miserables, son tan miserables que yo dando la información. That's why I hold back information, because you guys don't deserve it. You guys don't deserve it. You guys do not deserve it. You know? If it would have been the Hungry Hippo, you're the best. It would have been Deputy Boxing Black Eye, oh, Deputy, you're the best, you know? You understand me? The Walrus Fat Bastard, oh, Walrus, you unbelievable Walrus. But it's me and Sweet Kid Kino, so what do we get? Papi Kino, le ha hablado por 28 minutos, ni una peseta mandado, para que tú lo sepas. Por eso que el show live se tiene que terminar. It has to end. You know, it's what it is. These people are flooding the market with counterfeit watches. Don't you understand that? Papi, they're flooding the market with counterfeit watches. And I'm saving you recovering tomato cans. Thousands and millions of dollars. Don't you understand that this channel has practically finished the Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealers? You don't know that still? You guys don't. You guys haven't figured out that we have destroyed and rattled and disrupted the secondary gray watch market dealers? Don't you understand that? Nobody today is selling watches. What they're selling is games, spin the wheel, buy a ticket, sweepstakes. Because there's no more money out there. No more SBA loans, no more PPP loans, no more government grants, no more stimulus checks. You understand me? No more. No more protection check for businesses, no more. So they gotta flim-flam you another way. They're gonna continue fleecing you. But like I said again, Rolex screamed now, knowing those people, they're like 3 of them. When you look into it, when you look at after you finish the show, when you look into it, you're gonna go, oh wow. You're gonna go, wow. Rolex says that the parts that one of those Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealers does, they're unbelievable. They're unbelievable. One-on-one. I'm telling you, you 34 organic watch channel subscribers, I'm telling you, you have a watch right now on that has China parts on. That's right. That's right. I know you didn't want to hear that, but you heard it. Bobby, this is the #1 watch channel in the world. This is the #1 watch channel in the world. We drop knowledge here. We have haters. In this channel that come to see us. You know, they come and spook. You know, they're spooking around, spooking around. See what they can hear, what they can learn. And right now, this is what they're gonna drop now. They're gonna say that Rolex is dropping an unbelievable, federal lawsuit accusing several Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealers of selling counterfeit watches. No, Kino, no te metas, Kino. No. Yo te dije a ti que I'm going to do the show my way. No te metas, no te metas. No me importa que no me den nada, que no me den una peseta, que se la metan en el orto, que se metan la peseta en el orto. I don't care. No, no te metas. I'm telling you, these people are making unbelievable. You know, in the USA, my rear end is coming from China too. It's coming from China, not from over there from Dallas. It's coming from China, and they're giving it to you guys on your watches. You know those counterfeit watches that you have in the cruise ships, that you have in Amazon, that you have in Walmart, that you have in Neiman Marcus, that you have in Saks Fifth Avenue, Chrono, eBay, all the platforms that you talk about, you know, that you guys are in, that you're the whole day watching, TikTok, eBay, they're there. This is why Rolex is mad. Rolex is mad as hell, and they ain't gonna take it any longer, you know? Like the movie Network. You gotta go see the movie Network so you understand what I'm saying. You gotta see the movie Network. Do you know today what a dollar buys you? You guys don't even know what a dollar buys you. A dollar buys you today a whole nickel. A dollar buys you today a whole nickel. We have rules in this channel. We have rules in this channel. You know the little kid from the Bronx in New York? You know, he was going to his first day of school. They told him he had to come with a shirt, the uniform, the shirt, the pants, the socks, and the shoes. And you know what happened to him? Because he didn't follow the rules. Because rules are rules, not suggestions. The little kid went to school with a socks red and with a white socks, and he was sent home. And you guys, we have rules here so you don't get the logo. You know, my rule is so you don't get the logo. That's what it is. I'm telling you what's happening right now. This is turned upside down. It's turned upside down, ladies and gentlemen. I know what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. Our country is flooded with Fugazi watches. It don't matter if it's vintage. I even explained to you the other day what a vintage watch is all about. You know how they flim-flam people out there. I explained to you what are the fingerprints of a vintage watch, and you guys are still skip-hopping around through life like rabbits, asking, well, what does that mean? What does a fingerprint mean? You know, I told you all these things, what's happening out there, but you guys don't want to learn. You guys want to continue getting fleeced and flim-flam, you know, and hoodwink. Papi, what's going on when you look at what I'm talking about? Remember, we talk over here in a different way. You know, we don't talk like those, you know, those channels you like to see that they talk, you know, very proper and very nice. We talk here wrinkle, you know, we talk here wrinkle in a subliminal way so you to see if you guys can catch on, you know, but some of you won't catch on. Some of you still skip hopping around through life like, you know, bunny rabbits, you know, bunny rabbits, not a rabbit, a bunny rabbit, if you know what I mean. When you lo dije, Bonnie, lo jodí. So that's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's bad. It's bad out there. It's bad. This channel's organic. You tell them what it is. It's organic. We don't want to be, you know, talking. No. You come here to learn. You come here to learn, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you this because you need to know it. You need to look at the lawsuit that Rolex Watch USA is giving out. And, you know, I know who it is. I know who it is. You know, I know who it is. I know who they are. And the reason that Rolex is doing it because they're fed up. They're mad. They're mad as hell. And they ain't going to take it no more. They're going to bring them down. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been fleeced for too long. You guys have been fleeced for too long until Sweet Kid Kino came around. Sweet Kid Kino is the brains of this channel. I'm the voice. I'm the voice. But the brains of this channel is Sweet Kid Kino. He's the one that does all the research. I told him that I didn't need no help today. No guidance. You know, he wanted to get involved. And when I told him, sí, Kino, pero no te puedes meter, no te metas. When I told him don't get involved, you know, he needs to respect me because I give you, you know, the information that you guys need, you know? I mean, look into that so you know what's going on. I explained to you already what's happening, and it's big. It's big. Now all the channels are gonna say, you know, Opus in time, you know, Kino, he spoke about it today in his channel. He talked about that Rolex Watch USA is, you know, filing a federal lawsuit on several Muppet boiler room secondary grade watch market channels and dealers. Papi, esta gente son unas gonorreas, son unas cucarachas. These people are cockroaches, man. These people are cockroaches. They're bad. They want your children's tuition money no matter how they want it. They want your 401k. They don't even want your 401k no more. No. They want your wife's 401k now. They know you're through. Now they want your wife's. You understand me? I know what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. These people are making unbelievable hand stacks. You know the hands of the watch? You know the hands. Hour, minute, seconds. It's unbelievable what they're doing. The dials for Rolex to say that what these people are producing is unbelievable. I'm telling you, Bobby. I'm telling you. Look, I'm going to change the subject for a moment. And this, I've known, I would say, for the last going on 3 weeks. Listen to this. Listen and learn. I believe strongly that the best watch release of Rolex was in April of 2025. The best watch release. They released the Rolex, I don't know how you call it, the Land Dweller, right? Land Dweller. They released those Oyster Perpetual watches, you know, lavender, purple, whatever you want to call it, all these colors, you know, again. They released the GMT Sprite white, gold, green, and black bezel with a green dial. The root beer with a tiger eyes dial. You know, to me, the best release of 20. Listen and learn. No me encojonen. Listen and learn. The best Rolex watch release. If Rolex, you're hearing me, and I don't mean Rolex Watch USA, Rolex Factory SA. If you're hearing me, this has been the best watch release you've had, and I don't know how long. The Rolex yellow gold, green dial, champagne or gold gauges Daytona. The Tiffany yellow gold oyster flex, you know, like the Tiffany dial, Turkey, you know, Turkish. I don't know how to, ¿cómo es esa palabra? Turkish, you know, that dial, you know, unbelievable. And you must be wondering, but why one? Why are you talking about that release of those watches? They came in April. I'm going to tell you why. Hold on, I'm going to tell you. It's unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to believe this. But that was a release on April, I don't know what day it was, April the 1st, right? I don't know, April the 2nd. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. But China already had the replicas. Listen to this, guys. I know you respect me, Bobby. I know you guys respect me. Listen to me and learn. April the 1st was that show, Watches in Wonder. Kino, es que tengo que hacerlo, Kino. Kino said, I'm going to tell you what Kino's telling me. Kino's telling me, why are you giving them all this information? Why? No te metas, Kino, no te metas, Kino. Es la única forma. El show se va a terminar, yo lo voy a terminar, Kino. Yo lo voy a terminar. April the 1st, right? April the 1st was that Watches in Wonder. Listen to me, guys. Write down everything you want to write down. That after the show, I read all your messages. Right now, I can't because I'm dropping knowledge. My head has too many cockroaches. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So listen to me. April the 1st was Watches and Wonder. April the 1st was the biggest Rolex watch release ever. Ever. The biggest Rolex watch release ever. You know, I have 47 people looking at this right now, and I have 22 thumbs up. That's a shame. They come to learn. They come to learn here. April the 1st was Watches and Wonder, the best watch release of Rolex. I would dare to say ever, ever. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not gonna believe this. I was traveling. And in this channel, we have watch dealers from China, from Xinjiang over there, and they send me emails and they send me texts. I'm not gonna do this because I'm not gonna show it to you because you guys don't deserve it, and I won't do it. Maybe one day I'll show it to you. April the 1st was the Watches and Wonders. April the 2nd or the 3rd, on my phone, I was looking at the yellow gold, blue dial, black ceramic, oyster flex watch. They had it already. I'm going to keep on going. They had already the Rolex, yellow gold, green dial with the champagne or gold gauges. They had the Sprite, white gold, green and black ceramic bezel, green dial. The GMT root beer with the tiger, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what it's called. They had it already. You're going to tell me, you're going to sit there and skip around like rabbits that these people don't make those watches over there? How did you have all those watches? But I'm going to go further. How do they have their hands on 3 models? Platinum, rose gold, stainless steel, the Land Dweller. They already have them. How? Listen to me. If you see those pictures of those watches, you're incredible. It will blow your hair back and knock your socks off. I'm telling you. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, one-on-one. You want to know how much they're asking for those watches? You want to know? Because these people, they're animals. They're asking for those watches. Because you guys probably thinking, oh, they're going to ask for those watches $100. $100. Or they're going to ask $300. They're asking for those animals, for those watches. They're asking for those watches $1,200, $1,500, because that's how one-on-one they are. And I go, oh my God. Thank you very much. Hex says, thank you very much. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, Papa. Thank you very much. Appreciate that very, very much from the bottom of our hearts. So they have these watches already. It was April the 3rd, and they had the watches. This is how quick. What's it, guys? Can you help me with the name of the city over there, Xinjiang, where all those factories are at of watches? Does anybody know the name of it? Xinjiang, es un lugar allá en la China. Ellos hacen todos los relojes allá. They had all these watches, and if you take a look at the Oyster Perpetual, the lavender color one, purple color one, my God. And then they tell you it has a special ETA movement. Unbelievable, these watches. You gotta see. The one that really bugged me out, and then they tell you that the feeling it has, the protection that it has on the yellow gold with the Tiffany dial, Oyster Flex, Daytona ceramic black bezel, It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, Papi. Papi, listen to me. It's unbelievable. I got the pictures. I got the videos. Videos. Because they follow this channel closely. They follow this channel closely, so they send me all the information. Like saying, everything you're saying, you're 100% right. There's no way in hell that somebody can have already production of those watches the day after the release. The #1 release of Rolex of 2025 ever was the best. We're talking about 6, 7, 8, even that 1908. You know, they have it. How? How do they have it? Because they have access. You have Factory A that does the real McCoy, and you have Factory B who supposedly does the one-on-one. Pero papi, they're right there. There's no way in the world. How can you have those? How can you have those watches already? I couldn't believe it. And you wanna laugh more still? Because you might say, well, how about if it's the real thing? You're right. It could be the real thing, right? No, man, they even put it there with the stickers. You know, they put their best factory, Qingjing factory. Right there, they put it, you can see it. They turn it around so you can see. Oh my God. With the same markers, same millimeters. Papi, I'm talking about the thickness. People were saying to me one day, but how about, that's a lie. When you take one of those watches and you feel the heaviness, papi, these people are even putting the same amount of weight on those watches. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Thank you very much, Hugo. Hugo, gracias por todo. Thank you very much. Brand, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you, boys. Thank you so much. You know, but I'm here dropping knowledge for you guys, so you guys won't get flim-flam, so you guys won't get fleeced by these hucksters, by these hoodwinks. Papi, if you see the pictures that I have, pictures and videos, you're gonna go, oh my God. It's Papa. If there's anybody out there that knows what I'm talking, give me a big show me a logo, and I know that you understand what I'm saying. A logo, just put a logo, and that's it. I know you understand me. I was in shock. April the 1st was Watches and Wonder. April the 2nd, I got the pictures of all these watches. No, you don't need to see them. You don't need to see the pictures. No. You're not ready for it. You're not ready for it. You know what I'm talking about. There it is. There it is. You got a logo person that's showing you the logo. Papa, it's incredible. It's incredible. What they're doing is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Thank you very much, Mr. Blair. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, Mr. Blair. Thank you. Kino, yo sé lo que te estoy diciendo, Kino. Yo sé lo que te estoy diciendo. Había que hacerlo, Kino. ¿Cómo yo no le voy a decir la verdad a ellos? I have to tell them the truth. I have to tell them the truth. If you see those watches, you're going to go, oh my God. And I'm telling you, oh my God. If the Chinese subscribers hearing this, I'm going to say it like it is. And then they send me a price list. A price list. So you can sell this watch A for $1,500, this one for $1,300, this one for $900, and your costs. Listen and learn. Listen and learn, Michiganers. Listen and learn. And your cost is $550, $400. This is all an example. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Me, I get that information. Me. I don't even want to look at it. I go, oh my God. So this is the same people. They send watches to the one over there in the Lone Star State with the dials with this, and then they tell you, they send you a picture. They send you a picture. Exactly. It is wild. It is wild. Then they send you a picture of a gem. I don't know what gem means, but I think it's the real one, you know? They show you a gem dial and a fake one. And you go, oh my God. And then these people are unbelievable, guys. They do it. ¿Cómo se llama eso, Kino? Que estás así que tú mira. You know, you look for the bug. You know, the micro. ¿Tú entiendes? La lupa. Not the loop. How do you call that thing when you're trying to look for germs and all that things and, you know, and insects? You know? Help me with the word, guys. Come on, help me out. I'm not that smart. Oye, se olvidó el nombre, Kino. You know, you put there, well, they put that microscope. I said, coño, Damon, yeah, coño, Damon. Tú eres uno de los míos, Damon. A microscope. They put a, coño, es que Damon, coño, es tremendo, Damon, ese, man. A microscope so you can see the gem and the fake. And you go, oh my God. Papa. And then they flip them around. They flip them so you can see the back. The back is ugly as ugly. It's, you know, it's like a bronze color, you know, bronze, you know, dark. And you look in the back, and you go, oh my God. We've been taken, Papi, as lollipop suckers. We have been taken. Unbelievable what I'm telling you today. I'm mad today. I'm mad as hell. And I ain't going to take it no more. This is the #1 watch channel in the world. We have been chosen by no other than Fudinki as #1. Papi, the stack hands. You can take those stack hands out and put it on an original watch. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Papi, nothing happened. I'm in shock. April 1st. Please, guys, does anybody know cuándo fue la fecha de Watches and Wonder, Kino? Does anybody know when was the date of Watches and Wonder? I believe it was a Monday and it was the 1st, I think. But I'm telling you, on the 2nd or 3rd, I had all this information. Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, exactly. Let me tell you, man. Listen to me. They even show you on these things. I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you. Maybe they're going to come looking for me today and take me in. When I tell you this, you're going to go, no way, man. Listen, on watches, I'm crazy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just laughing. On those watches, they look at the date wheel. You know, the date wheel? How the numbers are written, how deep they're in. You know that? These people have this thing so perfected that you will be scared. It's scary. It's scary. The date wheel, you know? Where it says Swiss made is perfectly there. Papi, I told you, these Chinese people are unbelievable. Listen to me, China people. You guys are unbelievable. With all due respect, you guys, I salute you guys. These people can do whatever they want. They even tell you that we have. This is going to be the last thing I'm going to tell you about this. If you don't get it, that's up to you. Let's say an example. The Rolex GMT white gold Sprite with the green dial, just released, with the green and black bezel. You know, the Sprite, but in white gold. They tell you, these people tell you, we have five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 versions of that watch. And number 5 is the one that's one-on-one with the real thing. You know they're not going to give it to you in white gold. They're going to give it to you in stainless steel because they can't do it in white gold. But it's stainless steel, white gold. Look to me like the same thing. The same thing. Papi, If you want to learn, you come here to learn. We have rules in this channel. Damon, tell them about the rules. We have rules in this channel. They're not suggestions. They're rules to learn. And I dropped the real thing here. 5 different versions of the Rolex GMT, white gold, green dial, green and black ceramic bezel. 5. And number 5 costs you $1,200. But for you, sweet Kino, it'll cost you $700. How you like them apples? Papi, this is vicious. This is an attack. This is an attack against us, watch collectors. Esto es un crimen de odio. This is a hate crime on watch collectors. Kino, esto es un crimen de odio. Kino. Nobody's gonna dare to say what I say. And I say it because I'm stupid like that. I can tell you guys things every single day while the rest out there are gonna keep on selling you, you know, watch straps, watches, this watch, ambassador, you know, this, that. I'm gonna tell you the real thing. Well, you gotta go look for it, Papa. You gotta go look for it because I ain't gonna give it to you. But I have access to all that. I'm in shock. April the 3rd, I already had the Oyster Flex, Tiffany Daytona, yellow gold, black ceramic bezel. That's an insult, man. It's an insult. That's an insult. And you recovering tomato cans, I'm telling you, you have been attacked with one of those. I finished telling you the word that Mr. Damon showed me. You put a microscope. These people are brilliant, Papi. This is why they're there in their country of China. They have 4.5 million to 5 million engineers. And whatever you want them to be engineers. Let's round it up to 5 million engineers. These motherfroggers can do whatever they want. They can make you a little baby cow. Like the one you have in your farm, they'll make you exactly a baby cow. Brillante. These people are unbelievable. When I saw the pictures of the I think it's generic. Generic is that generic means, you know, generic. You saw the picture of the generic and you saw the one-on-one. Papi, listen to me. It's unbelievable. Another thing that I want to tell all of you too now, and it's funny, because they have all of you out there sleeping on the hay, durmiendo en la paja. You know what paja is? Durmiendo en la paja. Sleeping on the hay. They had you guys with this one taken for a good year and a half. You want to hear it? Are you ready for this one? I'm going to tell you. They have you taken with, because the Rolex, GMT, Pepsi, they're going to have to discontinue it because they cannot make the color combination, you know, of the blue with the red because it's ceramic. The pictures these people have sent me of Rolex ceramic GMT Pepsis, you know, bezels, dude, you, again, they put you the real one, Gen, you know, I don't know what Gen means. Can somebody tell me what Gen means? Gen and the one-on-one. Man, you're going to tell me that they, you know, Papi, that comes genuine. There you go. Thank you. The genuine and the one-on-one. Papi. And that is not a plastic. The one over there from China is not plastic. It's real ceramic. You know, like that guy that they're investigating over there from the Lone Star State, you know, that sells dials, ceramic bezels, you know, that Rolex, you know, Watch USA is suing them. So you're gonna tell me they have that too? I gotta tell you this, guys, because you know, you guys, you know, my days here on this live stream are getting closer and closer to an ending. It's getting closer because it's just getting closer. And let me tell you guys, I'm not. If you guys think that I'm frogging around with that, I'm not frogging around. I didn't say a bad word. I said frog. I'm not frogging around because you know, I don't know. I don't know if you guys really understand this. Maybe some of you do understand this. Maybe some of you understand this. Maybe some of them don't understand this. But don't let these people keep on telling you that Rolex is going to discontinue the Rolex Pepsi because they cannot get into the color, you know, coordination of the color, blue and red. Well, China can do it. Bro, la China lo puede hacer perfectamente, Kino. La China lo puede hacer perfectamente. Lo China lo puede hacer perfectamente, you know. China can do it perfectly, guys. You know, China can do it perfectly. So don't let these people flim flam you with the sketch that, you know, over there in their factory over there in, I don't know, Geneva or Swiss, whatever you call it, they can't do it. It's all a sketch. I know what I'm telling you guys, you know, I know what I'm telling you, and you guys, it's my duty. It's my duty before I sign off, like Mr. Walter Cronkite would say. You know, it's my duty to bring you this news. I'm like Walter Cronkite, you know, or like Ted Koppel. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, and I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, if I should leave this video after I finish open so people can look at it. I really don't know. I'm kind of you know, I don't know if I should let people see this video because I dropped today some knowledge that, man, I thought I would never say, and I told you guys, you know. Eh, I, I'm telling you, you know, you guys cannot continue skipping and hopping around through life like bunny rabbits. There is a big difference between a bunny rabbit, and a rabbit. And you guys cannot continue skip, hop around like bunny rabbits. You know, you cannot continue. You know, I think that, you know, a person that's watching right now this live stream should take over from what I'm doing and, you know, continue on what I'm doing because I think I have dropped a lot of knowledge, a lot of truth to you guys out there on what's happening. Probably most of you are wearing, you know, Frankie Avalons. Remember the word. We don't use Frankenstein here. We use Frankie Avalon. Somebody please put it up there for me. I want to see it. Frankie Avalon. You know, we're wearing Frankie Avalons. And we're not going to take it no more. I'm telling you, when I saw those watches, man, I said, oh my God, what they have for us is unbelievable, what they have for us installed. They're not playing around. They're not playing around. These people in China, they're not going to make no more junk. They're not going to make no more junk. The truth of the matter is this. I'm coming to the ending of this. The truth of the matter is that if you can get, this is the ending already here, guys. If you can get a Rolex stainless steel, and that's why the stainless steel watches are the ones that sell a shitload from China. I imagine because it's stainless steel. If you see someone wearing a precious metal watch, you might question that one, you know? You might question is, you know, that's gold. But when you see a stainless steel, you know what stainless steel is. So basically, there's not much to question there. You know, it's a stainless steel Rolex Submariner. Rolex Submariner stainless steel from the best factory from Xinjiang. Best factory with an ETA movement. ETA. Ladies and gentlemen, the movement is called ETA. ETA. ETA movement. Which many, so you guys can continue bugging out, which many of high-end luxury watches use ETA movement. Man, and they've been around forever. Ever. I mean, those things to break down, you have to hammer them. You know, they're there forever. So you're looking to buy a stainless steel Rolex Submariner, black dial, black ceramic bezel. It'll cost you, I don't know, $10,800. The new reference number. And these people are giving you, yeah, there you go, Breitling. See that Breitling uses ETA movement. That's their specialty, ETA. And they give you that watch for a real good, for what I saw in that price list for, let's say, let's be nice, $700. And that watch is going to do the same thing because they're going to give it to you with the same specs. Same, Bobby, I promise you, same specs. You know what? I'm gonna go deeper, man. The Submariner was too cheap. It's too cheap. I'm gonna go. Listen to this one. I was gonna bug you out. Let's see. This one is gonna bug you out. A Rolex Jubilee bracelet, stainless steel, black dial, red and blue, red and blue ceramic bezel. Jubilee, Pepsi, GMT, Papi. If you see that in the picture that I seen, you go, oh my God. There's no need for you to buy a $26,000 watch, a $21,000 watch, whatever it's today. Don't pay more than $17,000. But let's say, don't pay 17 when you can get one-on-one for $900, $1,200, depending which factory it is. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. People have woken up. What happened with China has been explosive. Explosive, guys. I really mean that. I hope you really guys learned something from what I said today. I hope you learned something. I thought I was going to give you a watch market update, but I'm too tired. I gave you guys too much. I've been on for 70 minutes. I think this is the longest live stream I've ever done. The longest. But I had to tell you all this because I don't want you guys to continue skip hopping around through life like rabbits. And it's unbelievable. And I'm from the bottom of my heart, for real, all kidding aside, for real. I'm going to step out of character. I mean, what I saw there was unbelievable. I didn't know. I did not know that they went to that level. And I'm talking about, I'm not going to put my hand on fire. I'll put it for myself. But I'm talking about these watches were the exact thing. And it's scary. It is very, very scary. And this is why finally Rolex Watch USA is getting involved to get all these flim-flammers, all these hoodwinks and hucksters who are out there, fleecing you guys out of your hard-earned money, And I thought you guys should know this. And honestly, guys, I have pictures and videos, but I just don't think that I should go that route with that because it's crazy. It really is crazy. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoy this watch market update show and you learn something. Put it to good use to defend yourself from all these people. And I'm telling you, they are a lot of counterfeit watches out there, even on the platforms that we talked about, from eBay to Chrono to Neiman Marcus to Saks to Walmart, all that, they're there. And those are the ones that really give it to you because listen, there's no way you're gonna go back ever and get your money back. You're not gonna get your money back. Maybe if you have a 30 day or a 90 day or a year, but those watches are made that they're gonna pass the year guarantee, the 2 year guarantee, and the 3 year guarantee. And when you find out in the fifth year, get out of here. Get out of here. You're lying to us. Get out of here. Take us to court. All right, guys? Anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe to this organic watch channel. I really hope I did not offend anybody out there with what I said. I was just trying to give you some knowledge, some direction to all of you out there. All right, guys? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. All right, guys? We also have, I haven't said this in a long time, we have also a private watch group under my name, Juan Felipe Nieves, is on Facebook. Maybe Sweet Kikino and Samantha will let you in. They're the ones that control all that stuff. Maybe they'll let you in. Give it a shot. Maybe you get accepted. Right, guys? And guys, stop, being bunny rabbits. Stop being, bunny. Samantha, she's unbelievable. Samantha's my... Samantha's beautiful people. Well, guys, don't forget to like our channel and subscribe to our channel and all that good stuff. Like me and Sweet Kikino say every other day or every day, you know what? I have a watch market update and I'm going to do it sometime before the weekend, okay? Today I can't because I've been, I don't know, an hour and something on this already. Take care and brush your hair. Peace, guys.